Hi everyone. Well, it's been such a long time since I've checked in with you. I was doing little videos as part of our lockdown way back in April, and I just thought I wanted to just say hi to you and see how you were getting on. You're part of the My Menopause Transformation community because you've either done the symptoms test or you've been to one of my live events in the past as I was travelling around Australia, New Zealand and the United Kingdom, and or you've been part of my newsletter community for a long time. So thank you for being here. I'm Dr. Wendy from My Menopause Transformation, and it's been a really busy month for me. I've been relocating from the North Island of New Zealand down to the South Island. Some of you might recognise beautiful Lake Wanaka in this photo behind me, and it has been there's been a lot going on, not only in terms of the global situation, but certainly in terms of a lot of our work situations. Many of you are working from home, or you are essential workers still, or you've had changes in your circumstances, or you've had the kids at home. I know it's been school holidays here in New Zealand for the last 2 weeks, and it's been a really busy time with people moving around the country and enjoying some freedom. And I know that some of you are not enjoying that freedom because you're living in environments and locations where there has been further lockdown. I know those of you in Victoria, in Australia, I'm thinking of all of you over there. America, you've still got a lot of challenges there. And then there's little, hot spots, that are occurring around the world. And I think that one of the main things that I've been really focusing women on in the My Menopause Transformation community, in the coaching community, so these are for women who've come into my 12-week program. I've really been focusing them on really understanding that as we come into the phase of our life from our mid-40s right through to 60, then this is a really vulnerable time for our health. Not only are our hormones changing, but we are also aging inside. So there's a lot of changes that go on with our liver, our heart, our pancreas, our gut, our blood vessels, our joints. Some of you have got sore joints, and certainly with our blood vessels. So there's changes that occur around the body when we start to lose estrogen and progesterone. And I'm always saying that as we come through menopause, this is a natural life event, and I had no idea about it when I came through my early 50s, my late 40s and early 50s. I was putting on a lot of weight, my joints were sore, I had palpitations, and I was so tired that I couldn't do everything that I wanted to do in my day, and I certainly couldn't exercise the way I used to. And I went on HRT. I was spending hundreds of dollars on numerous supplements, but nothing was getting to the heart of the issue. And the heart of the issue was that my body had been experiencing inflammation for a number of years, but as I was coming through menopause, I was aging, and there are a lot of changes that go on in our organs as we come through menopause. And it wasn't until I did my PhD studies in women's healthy aging that I began to understand that as we come through menopause and our body is aging, then the way that we live our day-to-day life, or we have done over the years, really clashes with those hormonal changes. And then it became my absolute focus to understand, well, how do we need to turn around our symptoms? So how do we stop those symptoms from occurring? And then how do we set our body up to be healthy as we age? And so I studied a lot of the longevity data. I certainly looked at the problems of our mother's generation, and we know that cardiac health has been a major issue in our mother's generation, and a lot of new research now really helps us to focus on an anti-inflammatory diet, certainly the Mediterranean diet. I have the Mediterranean diet that I've modified for menopause in my 12-week programs. And then how do we turn around our weight? How do we lose weight, and how do we restore our joints so that we could move more, and how do we feel healthy again? So what I've done with the 12-week programs that I run, I've positioned those in aging and longevity research. So I have a lot of information for women to really get them back on board to restore their health as they come through menopause. Many of us feel anxious, depressed and tired, and we're not sleeping, we've got sore joints, we've got hot flushes, all of those things, but we have to nip those in the bud. And if we don't nip those in the bud, then they follow us through to post-menopause. So really that's the essence of the 12-week programs. The joint health is really important, and I've got a standalone module. Go to my programs link and you'll see a standalone module that I put. It's a webinar and it's about an hour long. I put that online for you during lockdown here in New Zealand. I've also got a gut health module. A lot of women become bloated, as I did, or get irritable bowel syndrome, and I had no idea that there were such changes to our gut lining and the gut microbiota as a natural part of us losing estrogen and progesterone. So that's a standalone module. And during lockdown, because I can't travel, I've put my masterclass on menopause online. So those are all on the My Menopause Transformation website. So I just wanted to check in with you. I've still got a $50 savings on the programs, and you get all those bonus modules as part of the program. I've also got modules for those of you on HRT and antidepressants. Now, I don't interfere with any medications whatsoever. That's between you and your doctor. But what I do is present you the lifestyle evidence so that hopefully you can get off those medications. So many women are taking lots of supplements, but they're really not understanding what's going on in their body as they come through this particular age and stage of life. And I wish, I'm in my early 60s now, and I wish that I had known everything that I know now way back when I was in my late 40s. I would have looked after myself quite differently as I came through my 50s and came through this life stage. So as part of the My Menopause Transformation programs, I've done the research for you. I've pulled together a lot of the science, and it's not just about food, it's about sleep, it's about understanding our liver health, turning around joint health, reducing inflammation, and understanding that as busy, modern, active women, we've got a lot going on in our lives. So we really need to understand how to just put us and in the centre, as the centre of attention, as well as everybody else that we look after. And that's a big part of what I talk to ladies who are on my program. I've got over 1,000 women in my coaching group from all around the world. It's absolutely fascinating to hear their experiences as they come through this life stage, and they're coping with changes that are part of the COVID-19 challenges as well. So if that's you, then jump on the My Menopause Transformation website. I would love to hear from you. I've got a symptoms quiz on there, and if you can, then I've put my masterclass on menopause seminar online. It's only New Zealand $15. I think that's about £7.50 with the exchange rate in the UK. So jump on that, and that's a 2-hour webinar. But the great news is you can watch it anywhere, and you can pause it when you like, go and make a cup of tea, and that will take you on the journey that you're going on as well. I'm Dr. Wendy Sweet from New Zealand. I'm a women's healthy aging researcher and the founder of My Menopause Transformation, and those programs are you know, I'm just so passionate about this life stage for all of us, as we've been forgotten in the research when it comes to looking after ourselves. So that's what I've done for you. Thanks for being part of my community. If you ever need to email me, then please do so. You can get me through the website.